When you're running a business in Alabama, you need a partner who knows the terrain. DCCI is your locally owned and family-operated leader for two-way radios, GPS tracking, and AI dash cams. We don't just sell gear, we help your business reach the next level. Visit dccipro.com or call 855-DCCI-PRO. DCCI. Experience the difference.
Hey there, and welcome to another episode of the Fan Boss Frequency. My name is Chris. I'm your host, and today I'm glad you're able to join me, and I look forward to spending a few minutes with you and hopefully get some value out of this. And, value is everywhere in the world. All you have to do is look around. But if you haven't already, visit our website at thefanboss.com to learn more about the show. Leave a comment. We even have a message line set up at 855-4-podcast. That's 855-4-podcast. So today, I have an interesting topic because I come from, I've done sales all my life as an adult for the most part. And the thing I enjoy about sales the absolute most is it's one of the few places where you can get paid what you're worth in the right circumstance. When I was growing up, my dad was a car salesman. And I never understood the thrill of the long hours. And I mean, he would have some long days. But he always kind of enjoyed the prospect of selling a vehicle. And so years back when I was in between jobs, radio jobs, funny enough, I had an opportunity to work at a car dealership, and it was awesome. And it was like a huge rush because there was a lot of work to get to the sale. And then when you would close it, I was in commercial sales. So I was closing the vans and some of the bigger deals and so forth. But you're like, oh, okay, I got that one done. It was awesome. But one of the things that I learned from a mentor many moons ago was, we have to look at, what are we selling? And it's not products and it's not services, believe it or not. So in a world of business technology where it's easy to get caught up in the laundry list of technical specifications and all the bells and whistles that come in the little glossy brochure and all that fun stuff, we talk about, in our business, we talk about frequency ranges and UHF, VHF, battery life. What kind of speaker mic do you want? Do you like an earpiece? Latest softwares and all those things are fine. And these are things that we discuss leading up to, our end goal, which is making the sale. But the truth is that features mean absolutely nothing if they don't translate into a specific and tangible value for the person that we're working with. The end client. What's the value? You can have the most advanced radio system on the planet with every standard known to man, but if it doesn't solve a headache for a transportation director or a site foreman, then it's just an expensive paperweight. The real professionalism, man, I struggle with that word. The real professionalism in sales is about moving past the what and getting straight to the why. One of the things that I look at when I'm working with a new client is, what is your biggest headache and how can I solve it? And it's a question I often ask myself before I ever take the sales call, because I want to know in my mind, what am I shooting for? How are we going to help this client? So when I look at the services that we provide, I like to ask myself, how are we actually enriching the world around this client? And really the answer is usually found in the quiet moments of a workday. Value is a school bus driver who can instantly alert a dispatch person or the transportation director about a medical emergency without fumbling with a phone. Value is a fleet manager who can see exactly where every vehicle is located in real time without having to track down a bunch of useless information to get to what they actually want. They want to know where they're at, where they've been, what they're doing. Pulling that camera footage when an accident happens or when something has occurred, that's the real value of seeing what actually occurred. We aren't just selling hardware, we're selling the confidence that comes with knowing that when a button is pushed or someone needs an answer, we can give them the data points to give them the answer they're after. That's the true currency of our industry, and that's what separates a vendor from a trusted partner. So to really make a sale that sticks, you have to be able to articulate a value proposition that hits home immediately. Instead of leading with a list of technical specs, frame it this way. We provide a communication lifeline that eliminates the dead zones in your operation and, protects your most valuable asset, which of course is your people. By integrating a platform like Horizon, we're giving you total visibility into your fleet while ensuring that your drivers remain compliant with federal safety laws. We're essentially buying you, that time and peace of mind that you used to have before you lost communication breakdowns and all the logistical guesswork that goes with that. So the shift in perspective changes the entire conversation from a line item on a budget to an investment in stability for the organization. When you can show a client that you understand their specific pain points, like the high cost of cellular overages. We don't have cellular overages anymore, but it's the cost of having the phones in their hands, the risk if they're texting and driving, or the risk of a driver being distracted by that smartphone. You're showing them that you value their success as much as your own. You're offering a solution that grows with them and adapts with the change of the modern world. That's how we're building a business that people feel good about supporting, because they can see the direct impact that our work makes on their bottom line and their daily operations. And that's how I've become friends with so many of these people. I'm not there to sell them. I'm there to help them and enhance their business. So building that kind of value-driven culture means that every person on your team, from the service department to the front office, understands that their job is to make the client's life easier. It's no more complicated than that. It's about being the company that answers the phone when things go wrong and the one that anticipates problems before they even happen. When you lead with the value from the sales side, it tends to take care of everything else. You're not pushing the product, you're providing the foundation for the solution for their organization. And that's really what it's all about. People want to solve problems. When you go buy a big screen TV, it's nice to have, but you're getting a bigger TV because you want a nicer picture. If you go buy a 3/4 ton truck instead of the 1/2 ton truck because you want to move your RV to camp easier than, or get a bigger RV. Yeah, when people are buying things, just think about in your own life and in consumer world, why are you making a purchase? Well, I bought a vehicle because I didn't want to walk, but I also need to grab my tools. I also need to take care of, getting my family from A to B when I need to go somewhere. I also wanted a vehicle that I could throw, a client in the back and we can go to lunch or go to a tower site. So you start looking at what's important to the client, start building a solution around those clients' needs, and you'll find that you're really developing a much deeper relationship with the client than just trying to sell them, some odds and ends and some doodads and some solutions and so forth. When really all you're trying to do is build a rapport with the client. So at the end of the day, when it's time to, upgrade to something different or, something new comes to the market, they say, hey, we saw we can put 5 cameras on our dump trucks now and we can do this and that. They're calling you first to get the information because you're the expert. They're not thumbing through the internet trying to find your replacement. So at the end of the day, you want to be that one solution provider in your industry. Make sure you're starting with the right thing, and that's value. Now, if you found value in today's episode, visit thefamboss.com. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. You can check out other episodes, but please like, subscribe, and share with a friend. All of your support matters. And I thank you so much for the calls and the people reaching out so far. It really means a lot. And we're going to continue moving forward with another episode. So until next time, be safe and we'll see you soon.